Okay, so you do understand the things that your people went through.
Yeah.
You do understand all the things that they had, the sicknesses, the murders, the loss of land. You understand that? So you know who did that to y'all?
Bring it out.
Who did it, Shannon? The what?
The Europeans.
Oh, you know that.
That's right.
So you know we really can't trust them. We have to understand our enemy, right?
Right.
Okay, so you know that. Okay, all praises. Give me Deuteronomy 15 and no. Give me Deuteronomy 28:17.
Bring it
So you got to understand that we as a people, we don't really have a lot, and we always struggling for a reason. It ain't just that our land got taken. It ain't like we got put in slavery. It's more than that, okay, Shannon? So I'm gonna help you understand a little bit of history, okay?
All right.
You with me?
Yeah.
My man, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Okay, so cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. That just simply means that we're gonna struggle with having anything.
Right.
We ain't gonna be able to save nothing, have nothing. You know your people, they living from money to money, check to check, right? That's how most of us live, right? So that's a promise to us.
Right.
That we will be cursed in that situation. So far you can relate to that, right? Okay, we working? All right, good, Shannon. Now give me 22.
Verse 22. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption and with a fever.
So consumption and fever means sickness. Okay? Read.
And with an inflammation and with an extreme burning.
So that's all levels of sickness.
Right.
So you know our people, we go through certain things because we in a European society, right? Diabetes, you know about that. Our family suffer from that, right? High blood pressure, cholesterol, right? All these issues, right? So we struggle because this is not our land.
Bring it out.
It's our land. You know, we amongst our enemies, so we eating their food.
Right.
So you know about that, right? Some of your family members got some medical issues, right? Okay, read.
And with blasting. And with mildew. And they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
So basically, that's what they're doing. They're doing everything they can. So you know, most of your people is in a place called reservations.
Right.
You know that?
Come on
you ever
now.
been to a reservation?
Bring it out.
It's serious, right? We've been to many reservations.
Right.
It's rough.
Right.
It's like boarded up. It's almost like a third world country, right?
Right.
What reservation you been to, bro?
I forgot what it was called, but I went to it last summer.
Oh yeah? You remember what state?
It's here.
Oh, it's here. Oh, it might be Ignacio, maybe. So you went to a reservation here, and it looked rough, right? Okay, that's good. So you understand the situation, right? So you know that. Do you know that your people got pushed to that?
Yeah.
Okay, good job. So give me Deuteronomy 28 and 40.
Bring it out.
So you got to understand. Not only is it sickness now that we go through, Shannon. They also gave y'all sicknesses when they came here. Did you know that? You ever heard of the polio blankets? You heard of that, right? So they was giving them blankets acting like they was being charitable. But really the blankets was filled with plague and sickness.
Right. Bring it out.
That's evil, ain't it?
Right.
Who does that?
Right.
Who does that, Shannon?
Bring it out.
Your enemies. What'd you say again?
Our enemies.
Our enemies, that's right.
Bring it out.
That's our job, to understand our enemies. And it's not to strike out against them or do all of that, but it's to understand how to move.
Right.
So this gives us the instruction on how to move around our enemies, the Bible. So that way we know what to do so we can get closer to the kingdom of heaven and escape this terrible madness, right? Because you know what we're going through. It ain't easy, is it?
Right.
You know, we got to scratch and claw for everything, right? And I'm sure you 16, so you in high school right now, right? Okay, so that ain't even fair, is it? Not really, is it? It's rude, right? Not only is the kids hella mean, but the staff, do they really care about you?
Bring it out.
That's a great question, right? You never know. You try to bring them an issue, is it getting taken care of?
Bring it out.
Not really, right? Okay, give me 48, read.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
So you see that? So in hunger, all these foods that we're getting, we don't own none of it, so we're forced to eat what they give us.
Bring it
And
out.
on these reservations, you know they get government allotments or government help, right? Oh, you know that. We get government help right in the city, right? So we gotta eat what they give us.
Right.
Or they give us this wick or these food, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the card called? The ECB? EBT. EBT, right? Yeah, so in food, in thirst, everything that we do, we got to get from our enemies.
Right.
So let me ask you this, Shannon. You're doing pretty good. You cooking. You got some great answers. So let me ask you, does that sound like us right there? That sound like us, right? That don't sound like white people. They chilling, right?
Bring it out.
Does that sound like anybody else? It sound like us in this city, right? Okay, that's what's up. So let me ask you, can you tell me why you think this is happening to us?
Bring it out.
Come on now.
That is a good answer. You don't know. I'm going to show you why. Give me 15, 28 and 15. So I'm going to show you exactly why this is happening to us. This is why we're going through what we're going through. And that's why we're out here, Shannon. We don't want money. You don't see no collection plate, none of that. You've been to church, right?
Yeah.
You know what they do. They start calling for money, right? They start asking you for tithes. You start feeling like the Lord is looking over your shoulder to see if you can get some. You be like, yo, Grandma, can I get like $1 or something to put in the plate? You start feeling guilty, right?
Thank you.
Okay, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if y'all will not hearken, Shannon, that just means if you don't listen.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If you're not listening to God, your Father, read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So because we didn't listen to his rules, we going through what we going through today.
Right.
That was the promise. Because we was hard-headed, because we didn't want to listen to our Father, because we didn't want to follow the rules that he had given us. So now we going through all this.
Right.
We in poverty, we in hoods, we in reservations, we
Right.
in ghettos, we in poverty. We second-class citizens.
Right.
We getting abused out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see your people, right? You see your people is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
So now look at this right here, Shannon. See this? That's you, right? So you will be from the tribe of Gad.
That's right.
Gad.
Bring it out.
Okay, so in the Bible, you have a name, bruh. You are in this great book.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord, sees you as a child of his. So he has you in this book. And it's going to come a time when all of these lies, these churches, these institutions, these governments, all these lies not going to work no more because of people like us and people like you that's learning.
Right.
By now that you understand who you are, there ain't nothing they could do. You ain't a Native American. What is that?
Bring it out.
You know what I'm saying? Native of America. No, that means you a native of a white man.
Right.
America is named after a guy named Amerigo Vespucci.
Right.
So you a native Amerigo Vespucci.
Bring it out.
You not a native of a white man.
Come on.
You like that, right? You like that, right?
Bring it out.
You ain't a native. You know what I'm saying? And the Hispanics, no, they not property of Spain.
Right.
They property of God.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
And the blacks, the African Americans, we not African Americans.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so you have a name according to this Bible, Shane. So if you ever felt weird, if you ever felt like you didn't belong or if things wasn't right, you know what I'm talking about? That's because today is your day.
Bring it out.
Today is your day. Now you
out.
can understand what it all means.
Right.
Now you can understand why you felt different.
Right.
Why things were strange.
Right.
Because you are the son of God.
Right.
IUIC TV, where we are recreating the narrative for the black family. As the Bible says, where there's no vision, the people perish. The media have been vehicles that have conveyed destructive images of God's children, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Not only are we in the streets, but we are on the airwaves and networks, compelling our people to come back to their heritage. Tune in to IUIC TV.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the